Hey everyone, it's Goddess Puff and welcome to my channel. This reading is for the sign of Virgo and is intended to be for July 21st to the 31st. However, whenever you watch this video is when it is meant for you. Now, let's begin this reading with an oracle message. All of the decks that I use will be linked below in the description box. Remember that you can reverse the energy or reverse the roles, this reading could resonate for you from your perspective, from your partner or friend or co-worker's perspective, whoever's close to you. And there is no gender in tarot. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. And with that being said, let's get that oracle message for Virgo for July 21st to the 31st. Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. However this resonates for you. Virgo. Oracle message for Virgo, please, Spirit. Ooh. Don't want too many falling out, just one for Virgo. Okay, two came out. All right, we have Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. Number 3. We have Garden. Something lovely will grow from this. Number 15. You can break that down to a 6. These are really pretty cards. The colors in both kind of went together. 3. Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. It's time you took a step back and spent some quality time with your one true best friend, yourself. Look up some yoga videos on YouTube. Try out guided meditation. Read a book from a genre you might not usually read. Take a morning stroll around your neighborhood and discover places you've never been before. When we take the time needed to recharge, we're paying the greatest respect to ourselves. Nice. Now 15, Garden. Something lovely will grow from this. Either we sit around and dwell on our pain, or we learn how to grow something lovely out of it. Ready or not, it's time for the next chapter of your life. Nice. Do the thing you feel you most need to do in order to aid your healing, even if it feels selfish. Sometimes it needs to be a little selfish in order for it to work in the long run. Worry about focusing on you for now. Nice. Nice, strong message. This seems like a self-care reading. Yoga and meditation, time to yourself. I like this. She's doing yoga in that Tower one. All right, let's get into the tarot for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for July 21st to the 31st. Sign of Virgo. Ooh, sorry, I just slammed that so close to the phone. Try to do it lighter for Virgo. July 21st to 31st. And all these decks have already been pre-shuffled, so I won't shuffle for too long on camera. For Virgo, Spirit, we have the 10 of Swords. Oh. Death. Two of Wands. The Hanged Woman. Whew, these are coming out for you. 6 of Swords, and I'll get one more. Okay, that was 3 more. 10 of Pentacles, Judgment, and this one I think flew out last. Page of Wands, and the overall energy is the 4 of Swords. All right, so let's start at the 10 of Swords. So as you can see in this card, she has all 10 swords in her back. Whew. That is an illustration. Tens are always endings, and when there's an ending, there's a new beginning, and vice versa. So there's been an ending to a painful cycle in your life. Could have been filled with backstabbing, betrayal, just whew. You're happy that it's over. Then we have death. Scorpio. Now, the death card talks about, again, endings and new beginnings, death and rebirth. This could be spiritually, This is usually a spiritual card for me, like in the spiritual sense, more than physical. You've gone through something that has changed you. It's a great change. You've learned a lot through this experience. And we have the Two of Wands. You're at a crossroads, trying to decide which direction you want to go next, which steps you want to take. Wands are fire, so that's Leo, Sag, and Aries. Then we have the Hanged Woman, which is the Hanged Man. And that's taking a temporary pause to see the situation from all sides before you take that next step. Then we have the Six of Swords, this air energy. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So the Six of Swords talks about moving to calmer waters from a rocky situation, something troubling you. It could be moving away from it mentally. I see swords as, crown, third eye chakra. You just not thinking about it too much, getting out of that situation. Kind of an out of sight, out of mind type of thing I'm getting from this. I think you might have physically moved away, or maybe you could be thinking about moving away. That could be the choice you're trying to make. But first you move away physically, and that makes it easier to move away mentally from the situation. Or try to get it out of your mind and move away from it mentally now until you're able to leave the situation physically. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. And this is Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Now the Ten of Pentacles is that's everything. That's not just abundance for you personally, but that's so much wealth. It could be in money, spiritual, emotional, mental, whatever, but it's so much abundance and wealth that you leave it behind for your children, your children's children. This is talks about legacy and communal wealth. And people can be wealthy in many ways, not just financially. You could heal, some generational trauma, because just like we can inherit physical illnesses, we can inherit mental illnesses, so we can inherit trauma. And if you heal just even yours, you can pass that healing down to generations. And that's a great gift to me. That would be a great inheritance, Some things money can't buy. But this could also be, wealth. But I see this from what I'm feeling from the layout so far, that you're ending, a painful cycle, and there has been a spiritual death and rebirth, and you made the choice. Before, making the choice, you saw all sides to a situation, or you're doing so now, and you're able to make a conclusion, to let it go, to move to calmer waters and release it. And that'll bring you great fortune, not just for you, but for maybe your kids, your family, whoever. And that's a great thing. I'm seeing just really that one strong storyline for this reading already. And then we have Judgment. I don't know if you could you can see that. So Judgment talks about revisiting a situation that you've already had experience with in the past, but you're coming back with way more knowledge than when you first encountered it. So it's like, you know, you're an adult now and you go back to like high school or middle school. You've gained way more knowledge. So it's going to be way easier this time. I mean, it doesn't make it easier emotionally, but now you have, you know, the mental insight. So you know which choice is best for you, in a sense. You've been down this road before, so you know how to handle it this time. And from what I can see, you're going to make the right choice. Whether it is to put this difficult situation behind with you and your partner and move forward stronger together, or whether it is you're, you know, putting behind a situation that just isn't good for you and going it alone. And the last card that came out is the Princess of Wands. And that's fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, the Princess of Wands is the page, and they're usually messengers. So this could be a fiery, passionate message coming in for you, or this could be a young person in your life, a young fire sign. You could be doing this for a fire sign, a young fire sign, leaving behind a situation that's no longer serving you. For you and this younger person. You could be the young person. Maybe you're recapturing your youth after you leave this, you know, emotional, heartbreaking situation, really. And you could recapture that creative spark within you. But let's get more insight. Oh, and before I clarify these cards, the last card, the overall energy, is the Four of Swords, which talks all about rest after a long battle, savannah, peace, you know, taking a break and relaxing your mind. And that ties great with the oracle cards that came out. They both talked about self-care and meditation and calming your mind, you know, relaxing. So you've been through something troubling. And I get it could have been in the physical sense, but I get that it took a toll on you more so mentally. You know how a situation can just drain you emotionally and mentally, and it just makes you so tired. So you're moving away from that, letting it go, whatever it is. But let's see. Let's clarify this message. Please, Spirit, for the sign of Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for July 21st to the 31st. For the sign of Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 21st to the 31st. And I'm going to shuffle one more time. All right. I'm sorry I keep slamming the card so close to the phone. I keep forgetting how loud it is. I just get... Oh, I don't think you all can see all the cards on the table. I didn't realize you all couldn't see all the cards. Let me move it back. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords. Oh, that happened fast. We have let me show you. Ace of Wands. More fire energy. So you could definitely be dealing with the fire sign or involving a young fire sign. But like I said, aces are the seeds. And this is clarifying the Ten of Swords, which is an ending to a painful cycle and a passionate new beginning. Starting over passionately, planting the seed of creativity, you know, passionate expression. That's wonderful. And one more time for the Ten of Swords, please, Spirit. Clarify the Ten of Swords for Virgo. Ten of Swords. Ooh. Whoa. The Sun, Leo, major arcana. And the Sun is all about warmth, love, family, happiness, joy. You got the sunflowers. You got this kid on a horse with a red flag. It's all, just everything bright and sunny. We have roses and sunflowers. It's just the happiest card in the deck, they say. And that's clarifying the Ten of Swords. So it's an ending to a very painful chapter in your life. So, you've been through the ringer, I want to say, for some reason. And it's time for you to, practice some self-love and self-care. Don't feel ashamed for taking time away. Virgos, they feel bad even when they're relaxing. They want to work. Virgos feel better when they feel of use to people. And I just get this vibe that it's hard for you to relax. You feel like even when you're not physically moving, you're working in your mind. But it's telling you that you can't anymore. Like you're completely mentally, emotionally, physically spent. So either you set yourself down, the spirit's going to set you down and make you rest. But once you do that, once you take time, once you rest, you'll see the sun, you'll see happiness, illumination. This could all also be coming together in the Leo season. Sorry. Once you take that rest and take care of yourself and focus that love and, time and attention inward, you'll get that back 10 times. Because you've been doing so much for so many other people. It's time for you to put that energy into yourself. And the universe is working with you to give you just amazing things from what I can tell. And then before I shuffle and clarify the rest of the cards, it's the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So it's like an ending to a rough patch in the beginning to something wonderful. Everything you could have ever wanted, all your work and time and effort and patience is going to pay off, Virgo, in whatever it is that you've been doing. Clarify the Death card for me, please. Thank you. Death and rebirth. The Phoenix. Then we have clarifying that. Seven of Pentacles. That's investing. Watching your investments grow. The time and attention that you've put into things, and now you're seeing the fruits of your labor. It's time to invest in you. You've already invested in everything else, external things, and those things are growing for you. You put your time and attention into that. Whatever you focus on will persist, will grow. So it's time to put that time into you, growing you. And one more time for the Death card, please, Spirit. Oh, that's a lot. 3 cards came out, but I'll take them. We have the Ace of Cups, another new beginning, and the Ace of Cups talks about creative expression, emotional, pure potential. That's water energy as well. Cups just talks about, being emotionally fulfilled with the Ace of Cups. It's the seed to that, abundance, overflowing of emotion. Your cup's so full that you allow it to overflow and spill out. You have so much love and emotion, fulfillment within you that you can give it away freely without draining yourself. When you invest in yourself and know how to refill your own cups, you don't mind giving that time and attention away because you know how to put it back. Then we have the Hermit. You've shown up in your own reading, Virgo. This is the major arcana for Virgo. And the Hermit talks about, taking time away from the outside world, social media and things like that, and going within, seeking guidance from within yourself, seeking knowledge from within. Gaining clarity and peace of mind, Everything that the Hermit is looking for knows that it's within themselves. So again, like the Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. And garden, something lovely is going to grow from this. So the Oracle cards tie into this really nice. And then we have the King of Wands. This is masculine energy. The King of Wands is someone who likes to be in charge, likes to be the center of attention, likes to just get out there and get things done. You see their fist is clenched, they're grabbing their staff, sitting on their throne. They're like ready to take action. They're fiery and they're passionate and they like to take things head on. King of Wands is someone who likes to be in charge. Take charge of things. You could be dealing with someone like this. And maybe that is why you feel exhausted. Maybe you've been taking on this energy and maybe that's why you've been burnt out. But I see that if you go within and you take that time away for yourself and put that same energy into yourself, you can reclaim that energy. And you'll be able to take action again after this. Sorry, I'm going to drink my tea real quick, my voice. But yeah, you'll be able to reclaim that ambition. It can be scary to stop after you've started something or you've been working at something for a long time because you're afraid you're going to take too much time away. I'm a Virgo sun, so I know all about getting into something, getting really excited about something and going until you burn out and then you stop for so long you're afraid you're never going to go back. But you will. Trust me, you will. If you don't take care of you, nothing else is going to work out. I see this as a very self-care reading. Again, I keep saying that, but it is. It's all about self-care. Two of Wands. Clarify the Two of Wands for me, please, Spirit. Tower. Wow. I had a feeling this was going to come out when that Oracle card Tower came out. And like I said, if you don't sit yourself down, the universe has a way of doing it for you. So the Tower is all about breaking down weak foundations, blowing a situation up from the inside out. Everything's laid out on the table, sprawled all around. If any foundation is weak, the Tower knows how to shake that up. And you see that crown flying, so even the kings and queens are going down. Everything's coming down. And that's clarifying the Two of Wands. So a path that needs to be chosen and taken, exploring. And the Tower's clarifying that. Wow. You were at a cross or you were stuck at a cross or... I keep trying to say crossroads. I cannot say crossroads. Well, I can now, but I was trying to say it and it was just like, sorry. But anyway... You were at a crossroads trying to make a decision. And then the Tower just came and made it for you. Maybe you were trying to decide whether you should keep on going. The universe was like, no, you have Death, Ten of Swords, and the Tower. Whatever it was, it's done. You were trying to make a decision, but maybe after something happened, maybe after something ended, you decided to see your options and make the best of a situation. I'm getting another story with that, with the first one. Maybe after something inevitably ended, you decided to take a calmer approach to letting it go and moving forward with what you had. You made a smart decision, from what I can tell. Now, clarify the Tower. I said the Tower. I meant the Two of Wands. I am just tongue-tied today, so I'm sorry, Virgo. We have the Eight of Wands, more fire energy. That's all about fast-paced movement. So maybe that Tower came in quickly while you were trying to make that choice. Maybe you feel like you have to hurry up and make a choice Maybe someone's rushing you to make a choice. Or maybe some clarity about a choice is going to come in quickly. Some truth is going to be spilled. Things are going to be all laid out in front of you very quickly. But the Eight of Wands talks about fast-paced movement. It could be messages coming in. We do have that page. But something's going to come in that gives you clarity about how to move forward after this situation. Clarify the Hanged Woman for me, please, Spirit, for Virgo. 10 of Wands, another 10, another ending to something painful, something that's been burdening you for a long time, been weighing on you heavily. You see, she can't even hold those sticks up. You've picked up obligations that were never yours in the first place, holding on to stuff that never belonged to you, holding on to stuff that you should have let go of a long time ago. You cannot change the past. I know we like to think that we can think ourselves into a new reality, but the truth is, 9 times out of 10, we need to just see a situation for exactly what it is, nothing more, nothing less. See it for what it is and try our best to just accept it. Because when we stay stuck in the past, we rob ourselves of the future, rob ourselves of the present moments now. We give all our time away to the past, something that's not here anymore. But enough of my ranting. Clarify the Hanged Woman one more time for Virgo. That's too many. That is way too many. Clarify the Hanged Woman for Virgo, please. Okay, they gave me 3 again, so I'm going to have to take it. They're like, we said what we said, girl. We have Justice, Libra, air energy, and that's about the balancing of scales in the spiritual, oh my God, I can't talk. Spiritual realm. So it could be balancing out a situation. As far as karma, you get back what you put out and vice versa. But a situation has been unfair, and it's been burdening you. Someone has probably laid their obligations on you for you to fix. Maybe someone wants you to fix them, fix their work, do their work. Whatever it is, someone's been placing things on you that never belonged to you in the first place. You could just be doing it to yourself. But things are going to be put right with the Tower. Like I said, weak foundations, things that are unbalanced or weren't balanced to begin with, are all being put right with the help of the universe and spirit, God, whoever it is that you believe in. Because the scales are very unbalanced from what I can see. You've been carrying the short stick. And the universe is going to put it right. We have the 8 of Cups, more water energy. Wait, I said more. Did we have a cup? Yeah, we had the Ace of Cups. Okay, so the 8 of Cups talks about walking away from something that you love that is no longer serving you, that's not making you happy. You may be comfortable where you are financially, you may be content, but you're not happy, you're not fulfilled. You're looking for that ninth cup, that missing cup right there. And this is a time to, leave behind whatever mentality maybe that you have or belief that you have that's holding you back and leaving you unhappy, unfulfilled. It's time to walk away from it and go towards something that makes you happy, whether it's leaving a situation, a family member, friend, someone you're dating, whatever situation it is that's been making you unhappy for a very long time. It's time to leave it, get up and go. Even if it's just a thought process or a belief. And sometimes long-held beliefs that you've been carrying about maybe religion. It could be gender roles. Families has a way of carrying down beliefs towards family members or to family members, making you believe that certain things are what's right and what's wrong, when really it's always been their opinion and their perspective. So whatever that means for you, It's time to walk away from that and be you. Date who you want to date, whatever gender, do what you want. And then we have the star, and that's Aquarius. And the star is all about healing. You're getting a lot of major arcana, strong ones. So it's going to be a great change for you. You've been through, I just want to keep saying the ringer. You've been through it. You got the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. It's been painful. It's been burdening. Whatever it is, it was a lot. And it was over a long period of time. Could have been most of your life. You put a lot of time, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual energy into this. And it all came down quickly. Or maybe you hit a road, or that fork in the road, and it just blew up. And messages came in. Things were made very clear for you and laid out in front of you. And it's time to walk away and heal yourself. Focus on you. Take time away from a situation. Leave that part of you or that part of that past behind. We don't have to become what happened to us, whatever it is. You don't have to become your situation. That doesn't have to be who you are. Okay, you've learned from situations and you've grown from them, and you can take that knowledge with you, but that does not have to be you. So never feel like you got to carry that with you everywhere you go. No, something bad happened to you in your past. It's in the past. You can leave that. Of course, I'm not forcing it. It's up to you whenever you're ready. But just know that is not you. You are not what happened to you. Let me get a sip of tea because I am talking. Sorry, Virgo. Let's try to finish off the rest of this because I feel like I could preach all day in your reading. 6 of Swords. Clarify the 6 of Swords, please, Spirit. We have the 8 of Swords. And this is more air energy. This talks about not seeing a way out of the situation, feeling stuck. That could be mentally, physically, financially, and just not seeing a way out of the situation. But the truth of the matter is that those ropes are very loose. If she or he or whoever wanted to, they could easily just reach out and let it go. Untie themselves, take off the blindfold. Oftentimes when we're in the thick of a situation or we've been in something for so long, we can't see a way out. But I promise you, if you step back for a moment and release your mind from the situation, maybe you need to take a vacation and get physically away from it. And you can see some way, somehow, if you step back, you can see a way out. You see the other options when you step back. And that is clarifying the 6 of Swords, which is letting go. And this card that was sitting on top of the deck is the Moon. This is Pisces energy. You could be dealing with the Pisces. Virgo and Pisces usually end up together somewhere, somehow, whether it's family or friend. The Moon, it talks about the shadow side of us, the parts of us that we don't want to look at. And the 8 of Swords could be something that you just don't want to see. Either you're not seeing it or you don't want to see it. Whatever it is. The Moon is our shadow side, doing shadow work. The parts of us that we may deem as bad, or parts of us that our family told us was bad, or society told us was bad. Whatever it is, it's a part of you usually that you just don't want to see. You see the shadow in the water behind them? But just because something is less desirable about you, quote unquote, doesn't mean you should reject it. Because if you reject any part of you, whether it's good or bad, you reject yourself as a whole. You can't cut away parts of you, You have to accept yourself as you are first before any change needs to be made. You can't change something while pretending like it's not there, And it could just be seeing the shadow side to a situation. It could be deep soul searching. But it's deep inner knowing. It's all about knowing yourself. taking time to yourself and figuring out all aspects of yourself. The moon card. And and the moon is about something hidden as well. And with this setup, with these two cards together, with this Eight of Swords and the moon, I see it as something you're not seeing, as something hidden, something secret in this situation. And maybe that's what you've been running around in your head trying to, figure it out. Like maybe you felt like for a long time something was up, or something that you wanted to see or needed to see or was looking for. And that's what's been keeping you trapped. The Eight of Swords is about being all in your head about a situation as well. You're just thinking about it, trying to seek the truth on it. And the truth of the matter is that you need to just let it go with the Six of Swords. Once you let it go and step away, you'll get a clearer view. Ten of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Ten of Pentacles. Oh my God, this is going to be a long reading. I'm so sorry, Virgo. Clarifying the Ten of Pentacles is the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is fire energy, and Three of Wands is watching and waiting for your ships to come in. You've built a strong foundation, and you've, put whatever it was out in the universe, whether it's just energy, time, patience, work, whatever. You put it out into the universe, and now you're waiting patiently for your ships to come in. And they're going to come in, and they're going to be heavy. That Ten of Pentacles, they're going to be good. It's like fruitful, so much wealth, whether it's in, the emotional, financial, whatever. It's going to be, so fulfilling. You're going to get back what you've put out. And I think that's amazing. And let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles again. Nine of Wands. So you're guarded. That's the wounded warrior. You're going to guard your Ten of Pentacles, your wealth. And the wounded warrior is someone who's not backing down. You've been through a lot and you're not giving up yet, which I think is great. So you still have that strength. You're not broken at all. You still got fight in you, and I think that's amazing. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. So that's talking about being financially stable on your own and reaping the rewards and the fruits of your labor. Clarify Judgment, Spirit. Judgment. We have the Page of Wands again. So this, again, could be a younger fire sign, or someone who just takes on that young, outgoing energy. So you're reevaluating a situation with a young fire sign, maybe someone who's younger than you, or just displays that energy. Judgment. One more time for Judgment, please, Spirit, for Virgo. Judgment. Clarify Judgment. Okay. I thought a lot were going to come out. We have the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is feeling left out in the cold, or taking that walk in the snow on your own by yourself. Like you could go inside that church window, you could go in, but you're like, no, I want to do it alone. So you could be reevaluating a situation with someone. It could be a business partner, family, friend, lover, whatever. And you're like, maybe they left you out in the cold in the past, and that's what left you hurt. Maybe they left you without any money, or without any support, without anyone. You could get a message from this person after them having seen you get your Ten of Pentacles. That person may want to send you a message and swoop back in. After they left you out in the cold, or they could be feeling left out in the cold financially. You make it fit how it fits with you. And then we're going to clarify the Princess of Wands. Clarify the Princess of Wands for me, please, Spirit. Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles talks about working hard. Sweat, grit, craftsmanship. You've been putting in the time, the effort. You're working on another pentacle while you have those other ones lined up all the work you've done is set out before you. And one more time for the Princess of and Judgment came out again. So again, revisiting this situation, revisiting a situation that you worked really hard on in the past. Maybe it's something you worked on when you were younger. With someone younger, or someone taking on that energy. But I see this as something you worked hard on in the past. It's something you were passionate about once upon a time. And whatever that situation was, it left you spent. You know, you put all this time and energy in to something and it didn't give back to you immediately. Or it left you feeling, you know, alone. Someone could have left you high and dry in a situation that you put all this time and energy to for a long time. And now you're revisiting it from a higher place, you know, after you've let it go and you're getting your 10 of Pentacles. That's what you've been waiting on. You're getting exactly what you deserve in a positive stance, which is amazing. You know, you put in all your time, energy, and effort, and now it's time for you to rest and enjoy the fruits of your labor. And someone, I think, is going to try to come back in because they feel left out in the cold. And the overall energy for the clarifications is the 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Swords is here twice now. And the 10 of Swords, again, is about endings to a painful cycle. I just get that you are tired, Virgo. Sorry, I'm going to take more tea. I just get that you're tired. You've been through it. And you're finally getting the chance to rest. If you ever needed a sign, if you should take a break, this reading is it. Take that break, Virgo. You deserve it. You've put in the time, the energy, and effort. Way more time, energy, and effort than you probably should have. And if you don't sit down, the universe, again, has a way of doing that for you. It's an ending to a painful cycle, something that's been burdening you. Whatever you're thinking about a lot, whatever you've been through, it's time for you to rest and let it go. You've done the work. All right, Virgo. Whew, that was longer than all the other readings I've done. I think I guess I could leave you off with one last message, one last oracle message. Why not? I did it for all the other signs, so I'm going to do that for you, Virgo. Even though your reading was the longest, I'm going to give you one last oracle message. I'm sorry if I was babbling a lot in this reading, but it just seemed like so much information was coming out. It was like so many different stories. All right, so one last oracle message to leave Virgo with, Spirit. One last and final oracle message to leave Virgo with. All right. What do you have to say for Virgo? One last piece of advice for Virgo, Spirit. Okay, that kind of slid out. Red, forgive, number 10. Nice. See how she's in the bathtub with all those roses around her? More self-care. Let's read what that says. Or I'm the one reading, but you get it. Red, forgive. You've been holding a grudge against somebody in your life. Maybe it's a loved one, or maybe it's yourself. This isn't a card telling you that you must learn to practice forgiveness. No. Forgive them on your own terms, if and when you feel ready to do so. This is simply a nudge for you to consider whether that time is the present. Don't let forgiveness feel like an obligation, but like a shiny red hope that gets you through your sleepless late nights. That was a nice card to end off with. So, if you were ever wondering if you could forgive someone or yourself, here's your answer or a nudge towards it. Yes, you are worthy of forgiveness, Virgo. All right. That concludes your reading. Enjoy the rest of your month, Virgo. Bye-bye.